Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Colorado Rockies rebuild franchise here on MLB The Show 24. In the last episode, we simmed ahead about 22 games, and it wasn't pleasant for our Rockies as we went out losing 14 out of 17, and we see a lot of snowflakes here on our roster, and our bullpen has just not been holding up. Ferguson, we brought him in to be the primary lefty. His ERA over 13, whip over 2. Lucas Sims in just 4 1/3, not good numbers either. Curtis, the whip is good, but the ERA is not. Taj Bradley's probably been our best reliever so far in a long relief role, although the whip you wish was a little better. About a strikeout per inning, only 1 home run allowed so far. Wish we can get the walks down a little bit though. Lucas Gilbreth in 5 innings has been very good, and obviously still very early on these guys. Carlos Estevez, ERA over 9, whip over 2. Justin Lawrence, 2 out of 3 in saves, and he's seeing some decline. And then starting pitching, we had Ryan Feltner here. Terrible numbers, 7.40 ERA, probably the most innings out of the bullpen in a long relief role. Whip almost at 2, and he just has not been good over the course of his career with the Rockies. So we're actually going to start this episode by calling him down. We didn't really even plan on him making the 26-man roster out of spring, but he had a very good spring training. But we're going to go ahead and call him down. And in his place, we're going to call up Ryan Yarbrough, who I fully expected to make the roster, but he just was outperformed a little bit by Feltner there. And Yarbrough, he had a very good spring himself. And look at the numbers in AAA so far. 9 innings pretty much, we'll call it. 104 ERA, a sub-1 whip. So Yarbrough, I think, will bring a lot of stability and give us another left-handed arm and someone who can give us like a long relief role as well. So we now have a lefty in a long relief spot along with Taj Bradley, and we'll continue simming along here. We're going to get a full game in this episode. One of these Giants games, I don't think we've played them in a full game yet in this series, so definitely want to get some games in against a division opponent. We'll start here. Jack Flaherty on the mound against Sandy Alcantara, who's 2-0, 2.45 ERA, about a strikeout per inning. Very good stuff from him so far. And we fall 3-0. Only 3 hits, and we did change the lineup around a little bit. Looks like Rosario got a start here as we had some guys out. Oh no, Rosario subbed in for Rogers. And we had no extra base hits. Flaherty allowed 3 earned in 6. Not a bad outing for him. Ryan Yarbrough, just 1 base runner allowed in 2 innings and a strikeout in his debut. So we've now lost, 15 out of 18 games. We fell to 8-16. And we were 5-1 to start the year. Since then, we're 3-15. We went on a 13-game losing streak last episode. Got to pick it up. German Marquez now on the mound against Aaron Nola, and Marquez has not been good. Here we're tied up, top of the 8th. 2 men on for Pete Alonso. And we do come away with a win there. Maybe Alonso delivered. We got 1 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th to win by 1. So good comeback effort late. Ryan McMahon, 2 hits. He's now batting .348. Pete Alonso, 2 for 5. Nolan Jones, 3 for 5. Chris Bryant, 3 for 4, batting .548 and about 30 at-bats. McMahon, Jones, Tovar with doubles. Marquez, 5 earned in 5 1/3, and I think we're going to have to move him to the bullpen soon or something. He just has not been good since returning from injury last year, and he's been even worse this season. Taj Bradley, 2 2/3 of good work, and Justin Lawrence gets a save. So a good win there against a good ball club, and now Walker Buehler, now part of the Phillies, going up against Max Fried. We'll simulate this one as well. As I said, we're going to work towards a Giants game and get a full game of action. Grant Levine again suffers a long-term injury. Last year he did as well. He'll be out for 1 to 2 months with a broken hand. And we actually won again against the Phillies, putting together back-to-back wins. Pete Alonso, a home run. Bryant, a double. He was 2 for 4 again, batting .542. Maybe we see a comeback player of the year type season from Chris Bryant. It has not been good for him since signing with the Rockies. Pitching Max Fried, 7 innings of good work, now 3-1. Lucas Sims a good outing, and Justin Lawrence a save. The bullpen holding up thus far. Now we have Cal Quantrill sporting a 10.13 ERA. He was our best starter last year, and now he's been our worst. 0-4, and he needs a bounce-back start. Really bad here against Kobe Allard. Zach Veen now out 6 months, one of our top outfield prospect, a torn MCL, and he was tearing it up. And we lose 5-1. Quantrill, another bad start, but the ERA does go down a little bit. 3 earned in 5. Taj Bradley, 2 earned in 3. Hitting, we had no extra base hits again, only 5 on the day. But at least we won the series there against the Phillies. Now let's go to the outfield here in the system. So Zach Veen, who's batting .267 here in AAA, OPS over 800 at the bat, really coming around, 4 homers. But he's going to be out with a torn MCL, and that's really going to set him back. So in his place, I think we'll call up Jordan Beck. Similar prospect, really. Veen is lefty, Beck's a righty. Very similar all around, though. Almost identical prospects, to be honest. So we'll just call Beck up in his place. And then we have to call up another outfielder to AA. And we'll go with Nico Decolati. He spent time there last season. Now back to the simming as Quantrill, now 0-5. And we did hire a new pitching coach over this offseason, but it just hasn't really paid off, I guess. Not quite yet, or at least for some guys. Now Kyle Freeland, 2-2. He's been solid for the past couple seasons for us in the series. And he's up against Zach Eflin, Tampa Bay, 19-7. Kyle Freeland bringing a shutout into the 9th. And he's been a shutout machine the past couple years. 2 last year. And it looks like, well, he's in line for another one, hopefully. And he does hang on there. Kyle Freeland, he just somehow puts together these starts. Okay, they actually took him out there, allowed another hit in the 9th. But Justin Lawrence came on, 2 strikeouts for a save. He's now 5 out of 6. Only 5 hits, but we get the job done. Brendan Rodgers, an RBI double. And the Rockies, we've won 3 out of 5 to start this episode. I'll take that. Now, just a few more games before we jump into the live game with the Giants. Game 2 here against the Rays. Jack Flaherty against Aaron Savali. And we lose 4-0, so just 1 run scored in 2 games. Actually, we haven't gotten more than 1 run in the past 3 games, just 2 combined in that stretch. But we are 1-2. Now down to 11-18. Herman Marquez on the mound against Jeffrey Springs, who's 4-0 with an ERA under 2. And now we have another injury, Drew Romo. Oh my goodness. Torn groin, out 1 to 2 months, and he was our backup catcher last year. Or actually, he split time with Jason DeLay. We got rid of Elias Diaz. We traded him with Charlie Blackmon to the Rays, and then we designated Jacob Stallings for assignment. So Romo got a good share of the catching duties last year, but he was beat out by DeLay for the backup spot, and he's now in AAA, which he does need a little more progression, so we didn't mind sending him down. But now out 2 months, and that's a big hit, and we get shut out again. Just 7 hits, 2 for Alonso, 2 for Santander. Marquez, a good outing, 7 innings, just 2 earned. Very good bounce back from him and Curtis, a scoreless outing of work. This run production is getting absurd. 3 snowflakes in the lineup. Prior to that game, there were like 5 or 6. And none of these guys are really pulling their weight. Rodgers averaged down from last year. McMahon's probably our most consistent guy. Alonso slugging just barely over 400. Nolan Jones, the average has dipped a little bit, but OPS not bad. Just 1 home run though. 12 doubles. Chris Bryant batting .477 through 44 at-bats. Santander, he's been bad since signing, just 4 homers. OPS under 650. Danny Jansen batting just .211, slugging under 300. Tovar's been pretty good, relatively speaking. And Doyle, you don't really expect much from him, batting under 200. So the hitting really, even our bench players, none of these guys hitting well either. Very early still, 30 games into the year, but the hitting is very concerning, and we definitely need to step it up. And it's not even like we have anyone in AAA who can really come up and make an impact. I mean, Calhoun is slugging well. Yanquiel Fernandez, maybe he's in line for a call-up again. Slightly got beat out there in the spring. OPS at 830. Pavin Smith, he was our spring training stud, and he's batting over 400 with 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Maybe he gets a call-up. OPS over 1,000. Tolia. So we're going to have to call up another catcher here for AAA. Now, we're not going to do anything to the lineup quite yet. I do want to monitor the waiver wire. We'll check that out here shortly. Ronald Cabrera was our 6th-round pick. He's been very productive, batting over 400 here in AA, but already seeing some regression as a D potential. So I don't know really what's in store for him. We'll call up Daniel Copes batting 158. Even though Cabrera's younger, we'll just give him the call up to AAA. Probably doesn't have much good baseball in front of him if he continues to regress at this rate. Now just 2 more games until we jump into the game. Blake Snell against Kyle Freeland. And now here it's Max Fried versus Alex Cobb. And the Rockies have scored just 2 runs in our past 4 games, averaging half a run per game. Love that. Nothing so far in this one. The top of the 8th, 2 outs. Taylor Rogers on the mound. Tying run on second. Santander, we need you to deliver. 0 for 3. And it has not been good for him. We actually showed some life. We tied it up, went to extra innings, but we gave it up there in the bottom of the 9th. Scored in the top of the 10th, but then gave up 2. Ahmed Rosario 2 for 5. Jansen 2 for 4. And Ryan McMahon 4 for 4, now batting .336. Ahmed Rosario, the only extra base hit. Fried, a very good start, 1 earned in 6. Taj Bradley, 2 scoreless innings, but Justin Lawrence, another blown save. ERA now just under 5. So we dropped game 1 of the series. Now we have Cal Quantrill still seeking his first win against Logan Webb. So we're up 2-1, bottom of the 8th. Lucas Sims on, Garrett Hampson on first, very good speed. Jung Ho Lee on the dish or at the plate, and we do drop that one. So what is this episode so far? We were 3-3, and now 3-6 after going on a 4-game skid, and we're now down to 11-21, bottom of the division. The Padres, a huge drop off, and they actually signed Juan Soto in the offseason. Of course, Dodgers leading the way. Giants second in the division, and we thought they were going to be our running mate at the bottom of the NL West. Pirates only 5-25, so at least we're not the worst team in the league. Mets 9-22, the Oakland Athletics 8-22, White Sox 7-23. So definitely not the worst team, but we're not far from the bottom. And we are set here to jump into a full game now, as we have Battle of the Southpaws. Kyle Freeland on the mound against Blake Snell with the 19-12 San Francisco Giants. And we're now here at Oracle Park, one of my favorite ballparks, and we're going to try and hit one into the Bay today. The Giants come in on a 9-game winning streak, and they are one of the biggest surprise teams thus far in Major League Baseball. We were expecting to kind of compete with them as to get out of the doormat there in the NL West, but the Giants have far exceeded expectations, and they're playing great team baseball so far on the year. The Rockies coming on a 4-game skid, and we're 6-20 in April. So let's get out of this month as we look ahead to May. Not a good month for the Rockies, and our lineup's really struggled. Our bullpen has really struggled. We've had some bad outings on the mound, and we're here set against Blake Snell. He hasn't been too good. An ERA at about 5.5, a whip at 1.66. Although the strikeout rate is good, but walk rate at just about 10%. Not that great. And he's getting hit around a little bit as well here on an expiring deal, his second season with the Giants. Brendan Rodgers will lead us off. Last year batted over 300, and he's really kind of struggled compared to that point. First pitch swinging as he fouls off the fastball, and we're now underway in San Francisco as the Rockies try to get back into the win column. Now a 1-2 count to Rodgers, looks at a pitch inside, then fouls off another fastball. And a good eye there, high fastball. So we are going to skip around between at-bats, so just stay on your toes. Now the 2-2, and that clips the inside part of the plate, and Rodgers goes down swinging. Goes down looking. The backwards K for Snell out of the gate. And I thought that was definitely a good location. Can't be that passive there. Now Nolan Jones, first pitch, swing and a miss. Only 1 home run for Jones. And we were really hoping his power production would have a big uptick this year. Not quite the case. Able to hold off on the high fastball. That would have been a bad one to offer at. Now 2-2 to Nolan Jones. And a swing and a miss as Blake Snell sets our top 2 guys down by way of strikeout. And he looks to strike out the side. Now Chris Bryant up to the plate, batting .434 in about 50 at-bats on the season. OPS over 1,000. The 2016 MVP, really trying to get his career back on the right track. Now 1-1 to Bryant as he fouls off a circle change. Snell just 1 pitch away from striking out the side here. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Bryant. And a flawless start from Blake Snell. 3 strikeouts as the Rockies offense continues to struggle. San Francisco up as Snell puts him down as we head to the bottom of the first. On the mound here for the Rockies, Kyle Freeland in his last start took a shutout into the 8th but couldn't quite get out of it. 3-2 on the year. Very good numbers with a ERA at 3.21, whip at 1.21. Not a big strikeout pitcher, more of a pitch to contact type guys. Taylor Walls is going to lead off here for the Giants. Now the first pitch here from Kyle Freeland. And that just misses low. Good eye there by Walls. Rockies at 11-21. One of the worst teams again here in the MLB. Fastball misses inside. Walls already up 2-0 in this at-bat. And he's going to send that the other way for a base hit. Taylor Walls. First batter here for San Fran gets on with a base hit as he sends that the other way. And a good job working into a hitter's count. Now it'll be Luis Gonzalez batting .273 thus far. And Freeland gets that fastball in there for a strike, bottom part of the plate. Gonzalez a solid OPS over 700 as he's batting .273. Pick off there at first, and Walls gets back. Now an 0-1 here. Freeland not known for his velocity, but he does throw a good sinker. That one fouled off. Now 0-2. Now the 1-2. And that's missile up the middle. As who avoided that? Was that Freeland who just got out of the way there? So now the first two men on via singles, and I'll bring up Harold Ramirez. He's batted over 300 the past 3 seasons, but still didn't generate much interest in the free agent market. Decent start to the year, batting .284, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, an all-star last year for Tampa Bay. Now 1-0 count here. Freeland kind of in a jam already before recording an out. Curveball gets in for a strike. Evened up at 1. That one's fouled off. Now Freeland in the driver's seat. 1-2 count. That's going to be chopped to first. Alonso Fields fires to second. Tovar. And the throw there to first offline as the Rockies can only get 1. That would have been a 3-6-3, but Tovar's return throw. Good turn there by Alonso. Tovar steps on his throw. Just puts Alonso off the bag. And now we got runners on the corners. 1 away here for Wilmer Flores batting in the cleanup hole today. See if we can try and do that again, but execute this time. Is out. The next pitch to Rogers as we go 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. And Freeland, despite the 2 singles to start the game, gets out of it with 2 ground balls. Rockies coming up to bat. Leading us off here, Pete Alonso, our big free agent acquisition over the offseason, batting just .240 OPS under .677, and his slugging hovering around .400. Really hope he can get it going and start hitting a few more home runs. First pitch here from Snell, and a swing and a miss by Alonso. We just cannot touch Blake Snell today. In the last episode, we had a player lock game with Pete Alonso where we went 3 for 5. With 2 home runs, a double, and 5 RBIs. Probably the best game he's had so far in his Rockies tenure. Now 2-1 count. And Alonso holds up. 3-1 now. Ryan McMahon on deck. Batting .333 on the season. Swing and a miss by Alonso. And we just cannot make contact right now. And we're going to draw the walk. I didn't sure what happened. That was too close. We almost got caught looking again. And Snell, that probably should have been strikeout number 4 to start the day. And now McMahon up as he looks at a first pitch a first pitch ball outside. Wow, we got a very friendly call there with Alonso. McMahon looks at another one, that one in there for a strike, 1-1. McMahon not good at all against lefties, 46 contact, 42 power. But he's been our best hitter. We can't put him on the bench. Again, looks at a pitch as that misses low. Patrick Bailey able to recover that one. Now 2-1. McMahon looked at one right down the middle. And now a 2-2 count. Trying to protect up there, up in the zone, and a good fastball. And that's heated by McMahon. Snell already 4 strikeouts. As all 4 men that have recorded outs have gone down swinging besides the first one. That was a strikeout looking. Now Tovar grounds that to first, and Snell is probably going to get a double play here. A weak ground ball to first as they turn to 3-6-3 double play as Colorado and San Francisco trade double plays, and the Giants are coming up to bat again. Little resistance here from the Rockies offense. Leading us off here, Mike Yastrzemski batting .330. Tremendous start from him batting in the 5 hole today, number 5. OPS at .999. and 5 home runs. What a good season thus far from him. It's probably been their best hitter. Sinker gets in there for a first pitch strike from Freeland. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Now the 0-1 misses high and in. Now the 1-1, we'll go with the slider off the plate. See if Freeland can locate. That one a little too off the plate. And now it's 2-1 to Mike Yastrzemski. Sinker misses low. Now 3-1. Freeland at risk of walking the leadoff man. Fastball hammered foul. And now 3-2, the payoff pitch. Strike 3. Mike Yastrzemski called out looking as that just clips the inside part of the plate. I think we got a friendly call that time. I mean, that one could go either way, but maybe a little more off. And we'll certainly take it. Swings a leadoff walk into a leadoff strikeout. Now Matt Chapman up to the plate. And that sinker misses. This umpire is all over the place today. 1-0. And that one a strike. What is going on? Now 1-1 as the umpire trades blown calls, but we'll take them. And then that one fouled off by Chapman. Now 1-2. And the curveball gets in there for the strike. Chapman just looking at it as Freeland, a good response, setting down the first 2 men of the inning via strikeouts, looking backwards Ks for Kyle Freeland. Now Elio Ramos up, batting 139, desperate to get it going. Chops at a low sinker. Now 0-1. Bad pitch selection there from Ramos as that fastball. Could have swore we got a strike on that one earlier. But that one, I guess, 2 inside that time. 1-1 count. And again, Ramos just chopping at a bad pitch. And it'll make it 1-2. We'll try and get him to chase here on a backdoor curveball. That one a little too much in the dirt. Let's try it again. A little bit better location this time, hopefully. As that one's lined up the middle for a base hit. And Ramos, good a comeback in that at-bat. Didn't really seem like he had a plan of attack. But there he executes, and he bumps up that average. Now Patrick Bailey up, the Giants catcher, as Ramos extended the inning. First pitch sinker misses off the plate. 1-0 count. Fastball way up there. Now the 2-0. That one inside, so a quick 3-0 count here to Patrick Bailey. Sinker right down the middle. He was looking all the way. Now it's 3-1. And that changeup way low as Freeland loses command. We're about one strike away from getting out of the inning. And a 2-out single and then a walk. And now Ernie Clement, the number 9 hitter, up. So this attack right here, Kyle. First pitch strike gets in there. Clement batting .333. Not sure in how many at-bats, though, but love that production. Another fastball at the top part of the zone. And I don't think Clement wants to swing. We'll go right back to it. He swings that time, but he can't make any contact as Freeland responds again with 2 runners on. And he gets a strikeout. 3 strikeouts in the second. Giants get 2 men on. None come around to score, however. And we're heading to the 3rd here in San Fran. Now Anthony Santander will lead us off, another offseason acquisition who is just not panning out. Batting .207. And a first pitch swing and a miss. Again swing and a miss at the high fastball. And another advantage count here for Blake Snell, already down 0-2. Santander forced off the plate. That slider a little too inside. Now 1-2. And we almost offered at the slider. Luckily held up somehow. And it's now a 2-2 count. Yikes. Fouled off the high fastball, staying alive. Just barely. And a good battle here from Santander. Down 0-2 and now battles back a full count. And we drive that into left field for the base hit. We go fishing a little bit, but with this umpire's inconsistency, we got to protect. Good base hit there from Santander. Rockies in the hit column. And now Danny Jansen up, another offseason acquisition. And he's batting just barely over .220. OPS at 609, and the slugging, I think, under 300 entering this game. That time, he jumped on the changeup very early, though, as that circle change hung up there in the zone, and that foul ball went a far away. Too bad we didn't read that pitch better. Now 1-1 to the catcher. And that time we just pop it up as the inside slider got us. One away here in the third. Now bring up Brenton Doyle, batting under the Mendoza line, OPS, sub 450. And we all know he's out there for his glove and his speed. Should have jumped on that curveball. I read it, but I'm not really aggressive with Doyle, as you would imagine. Now actually a 1-2 count to Doyle. Fastball misses outside, swing to miss on a high fastball. And then we go down swinging on that one as Doyle set down on strikes. 5 strikeouts already for Snell through his first 8 outs. The lineup does turn over here as Brendan Rodgers went down looking his first time up. 1-0 count to Rodgers. And 1-1 probably would have been a good pitch to hit. But I think our best plan of attack here is to try and get to Snell, force a lot of pitches, and get into the bullpen. San Fran does not have a good bullpen. That curveball was called a strike. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? This guy's giving Angel Hernandez a run for his money. Now 2-2 count. Fastball misses away. I still can't go over that curveball call. That was ridiculous. Rodgers looks at a high fastball. Now the runner will be in motion. Full count here. Nolan Jones on deck. Rodgers staying alive. Got the leadoff single. And he hasn't advanced yet. And Rodgers, a good eye there. That was a close call, especially with his umpire. But Rodgers draws the walk. Already 2 walks now for Blake Snell. And that'll bring up Nolan Jones, a runner in scoring position for the first time for Colorado. First pitch swinging, a good slider, bit down there into the zone. Already 22 pitches for Snell as he approaches 50 already. And that one does get in there as well. A quick 0-2 count now to Nolan Jones. And we got to protect here. Pitch number 50 for Snell. And a swing and a miss from Jones. I don't know how he swung through that one. But Blake Snell racking him up here as we're still scoreless here in San Fran. Snell feeling it. Taylor Wall's now back up, just 3 for 8 on the season, and he led us off here led the Giants off today with a base hit. Swing and a miss, good sinker there from Kyle Freeland. I think we'll just go right back to it. And that time's hammered to right field, and Jones can't cut it off. A strong arm though. As Walls rounds first, heads for second, relay throw and throw to second, and Walls slides head first for a double, and he's now 2 for 2, a single and a double. His first extra base hit of the year. Walls again leads off the inning with a base hit. That'll bring up Luis Gonzalez as he fouls off a first pitch fastball. I think we're going to go off speed here. The 0-2 count. And that changeup misses down. I think we'll go back to the high fastball. And Gonzalez bloops that into shallow left center. Tovar giving chase, and he'll make the play. Great glove there at shortstop, and I think he's a potential Gold Glover. Harold Ramirez now up, ground out in the first. Couldn't quite turn the double play though. First pitch sinker misses down and in. Freeland has struggled a little bit getting first pitch strikes. Now the 1-0. Fouled off, evened up now. Now 2-1 count to Ramirez. Right down the plate, grounds to third. McMahon fires to first. And 2 away now. Walls stranded at second. And then Wilmer Flores is going to come up 0 for 1, grounded into a double play. And we'll try and invoke another ground ball, or at least an out in this case. We'll take an out. Swing and a miss, inside fastball. And now Freeland up 0-1. Curveball chopped to first. Alonso there to make the play and record the out. Still scoreless here through 3. The Giants strand 1 in scoring position. Chris Bryant now on to lead us off. Struck out in his first at-bat, like many members of the Rockies. 2 for 10 in the series with a double. And we'll see if we can keep up his early season production. Swing and a miss at a fastball. It is difficult to commentate and play this game, I will admit. But that's no excuse. Slider off the plate, clips the edge. And again, Snell up 0-2. That one well off the plate. 1-2 now. And Bryant lines that into the left field gap. It's going to be another extra base hit here for Bryant. And Chris Bryant, a leadoff double. And the Rockies have some life. It was tough goings during the first 2 innings, but we got a hit last inning. Leadoff single, actually. And here we lead it off with a nice double. Bryant rips it into the gap. And we have a chance to take the lead here. And that brings up Pete Alonso. Worked a sketchy walk in his first at-bat. And he's first pitch. And that gets into the hole there between short and third. We're going to send Chris Bryant home, throw in. And Bryant slides in. And the Rockies take a 1-0 lead. RBI single from Pete Alonso. As that just got past the hole there at short. It was a little risky sending Chris Bryant there. Not the best speed, especially with no men out in the inning. But we just sent it. And now Ryan McMahon up 0 for 1. First pitch fastball misses low. Now 1-2 count to McMahon. All fastballs, swing and a miss on the last 2. And another one. 3 high fastballs. And McMahon swings through all of them. Snell already 7 strikeouts. And McMahon 5 for 9 in the series. Making now 5 for 10 with 2 Ks today. All fastballs in this at-bat. And the top 3 all swing and misses. Now Tovar on after Snell records the first out of the inning. And we checked that. Well, we tried to check that one. That changeup had some nasty movement. Again, we checked on a slider just barely. And it's now evened up 1-1. Swing and a miss on a changeup. 1-2. And Tovar will fly out towards right. The center fielder, though, will make the play. And now 2 outs here in the 4th. Santander now up, led off the third with a single. Looking for another base hit here. And that curveball hung there, but a little late on it, as it's an easy fly ball out there to right. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Now, Rockies do get a run. RBI single from Pete Alonso. Chris Bryant came around to score off the leadoff double. Rockies up 1-0 heading into the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Giants will be Mike Yastrzemski. Struck out in his first at-bat, 1 for 8 in the series. He'll look to get it going a little bit better. Fouls off a sinker, now down 0-1. Kyle Freeland under contract for the next 2 seasons, owed $13.8 million next year and $15.5 the year prior. A 69 overall right now with C potential, but certainly not worth what he's being paid. Ground ball to Tovar as he fields fires to first, 1 away here in the 4th. Matt Chapman now up to the plate, struck out his first time up. First pitch from Freeland. Another first pitch ball, that sinker misses low. Now the 1-0 to Chapman. And the fastball up there. And command has been an issue with Freeland, but he is forcing a lot of soft contact. Not that time, though, as Matt Chapman hammers that out into deep center. Brenton Doyle giving chase, and he tracks it down. And that's an example of why we keep him on the roster. Love the range out there in center, mixed with that speed, and a very good glove as well. Now, Hellio Ramos up. He had a 2-strike single in his first at-bat, now down 0-1. 3 home runs over his last 9 games, I think it just said. And that fastball clips the inner part of the plate. And now a quick 0-2 count to Ramos. Freeland trying to get out of the inning. 0-2, and the changeup just misses. I think we'll try that again. And that time Ramos does hammer it out to center. Brenton Doyle will settle underneath, make another play. And the Rockies still leading here. San Fran without a run. 1-0 as we're about halfway through this game. We're heading into the top of the 5th. Danny Jansen, Doyle, Brendan Rodgers up. Now here's Danny Jansen, a pop out. His first time off, I think he rocked a changeup foul. If we were on that one, it would have been a big home run most likely. First pitch fastball inside for a ball, 1-0. Now 2-1 count to Jansen. As that one misses low. Now 3-1, all fastballs in this at-bat from Snell, and he's really been relying on that pitch. And then a changeup chopped foul. And now a full count to Jansen. And Jansen staying alive, fouls off the fastball. Like I said, Snell really relying on the fastball, especially as this game has progressed. And Jansen will rip that to right field. And that's going to go off the wall. There we go. I could tell by the way the right fielder played it. Jansen's going to round second, head for third. The catcher going for the leadoff triple, and he gets in there. Jansen hammers one off the deep part of the wall, and the catcher gets in for his first triple as a member of the Colorado Rockies. I wasn't sure how much lift that was going to have, but that hung up there for quite a while. Let's take another look at this. And like I said, the right fielder kind of setting up, kind of gave away that it was going to hit off the wall. I want to get a Bay home run, though. I wish it showed the outfield here. I don't really care about Jansen running, although we do tremendously respect his effort there and hard-nosed base running. Now, Brenton Doyle up 0 for 1. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Wasn't quite ready for that. Doyle looking at the bat as if there's a hole in it, which could be attributed to most of his at-bats. Foul ball there. Now 0-2. Thinking about it, probably should have just went for a bunt up the first baseline. Good eye there. Looks at a circle change. Now 1-2. Danny Jansen on third. 75th pitch upcoming for Snell. Doyle battles back a little bit. Now a 2-2 count. And we go around on that one. I knew I should have bunted with Doyle there. Big strikeout for Snell, stranding the leadoff triple on third. And now let's see if Brendan Rodgers can deliver. 0 for 1 with a walk. And he is going to hammer that into the gap. And that's going to bring Danny Jansen home. Rodgers will round first, head for second. As Rodgers an RBI double. And the Rockies now up 2-0. And Snell is kind of laboring at this point. Don't know how much longer they're going to keep him out there. That'll bring up Nolan Jones now. A triple and a double in the inning for this Rockies offense. Good eye there. Jones to hold up. Very low. 1-0 count. 0 for 7 in the series with 2 strikeouts here today. Try and get him in the hit column. Now a 2-2 count to Nolan Jones. Swing and a miss. He goes down for the third time via the strikeout, and he's really struggling here today. Blake Snell, 9 strikeouts now, and he's still showing some life out there. 83 pitches now, and here's Chris Bryant, doubled in his last at-bat. Came around to score the game's first run. Fastball way up there, 1-0 count. Now the 2-0 to Chris Bryant. Swing and a miss. Got really excited against that changeup. Way on top of it, though, way early. That would have been a drive. Now a 2-1 count. And swing and a miss. Lose a little concentration that time. And 2-2. Snell battles back in this one. And Bryant just barely able to stay alive. 2-2. Fouls off the curveball. And we really have to take advantage of Snell right here with no energy. And that's grounded to first. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to. We do get another run, though. Brendan Rodgers an RBI double following the Danny Jansen leadoff triple. And the Rockies now up 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off will be Patrick Bailey. OPS over 800 on the season. Started his day with a walk. Freeland out 58 pitches. Probably another inning or 2 of work at least if he can hold up here. Starts Bailey off with a ball. And like I said earlier, first pitch strikes. Hard to come by for Freeland in this start thus far. 1-1 after Bailey fouls off a fastball. Then we go to the slider that misses outside. Now the 2-1. And that's hammered into left field as Patrick Bailey's on with a base knock. Leadoff hit here for the Giants. Tying run up to the plate now. Now the number 9 hitter up for the Giants, Ernie Clement. Sinker gets in there for a strike. He didn't really, I think he went down on 3 pitches his last at-bat. All high fastballs. We'll skip ahead in this Ernie Clement at-bat a little bit. Now a 1-2 count. And that sinker gets in there again. Clement goes down with the bat on his shoulder. Only the 4th strikeout for Freeland. 2 of them against Clement. And that'll bring up Taylor Walls. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. A very good showing from him. But we're going to try and go for the double play ball to get out of the inning. Sinker chopped foul to start. Now an 0-1. And that sinker is called a strike. Probably a little off the plate, but we'll take it. Now the 0-2 to Taylor Walls. Chops a changeup foul, protecting right there. And it's still 0-2. That curveball dribbled up the middle for a base hit. And an 0-2 count. Taylor Walls again gets a hit. 3 for 3 now on the day. 1 away tying run on base now. Luis Gonzalez as Freeland now at 70 pitches. Sinker misses low. Another first pitch ball to start an at bat. Sinker gets in there on the inside part. And we're now knotted up 1-1. Change up way low. And we're going to have to start raising these pitches. And that one's grounded to first. Go for another double play here. 3-6. 3 double play as Freeland induces another double play here against the Giants. Gets out of the inning. And the Giants still scoreless through 5. Rockies up 2-0 heading into the top of the 6th. Second double play for Freeland. And that's really been getting him out of some jams here. And Tyler Rogers will now be called on upon. .47 ERA in 19 innings, by far their best reliever, one of the best in all of baseball. But after him, the Giants do have a really, really weak bullpen. So we'll try and get to him early, as Blake Snell only lasts 5, but he does strike out 9. And this sidearm, oh my goodness, I can already tell is going to give us some huge issues here. Way out in front of that slider, and then the sinker fouled off. And it's so hard to see, the launch point of the ball against these sidearms. That time, we do ground it down the first base line. Another base hit for Pete Alonso. But we're not going to test the boundaries. We'll be happy with our single, as he probably would have been thrown out there. And Alonso, good response in that at-bat after it didn't look pretty early on. And now Ryan McMahon on 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that time he's going to ground it right to first. And San Fran will respond again. Colorado and San Fran trade double plays. And McMahon, not a good day. 0 for 3 now. 2 Ks and a double play. 4 pitches for Rogers, 2 outs. And here's Tovar. Another swing. And these pitches are so hard to track. I got to just sit back and be a little more patient. Especially because we're a big change in velocity from Snell to Rogers. Again, way out in front. It looks nice. The slider looks nice until it hangs back there for another few seconds. That slider up and away. A 1-2 count now. And that one's hammered to left field, but right at Yastrzemski as Rogers comes in and makes quick work of the Rockies despite giving up a base hit. 2-0 game still here at Oracle Park going into the bottom of the 6th. Harold Ramirez will lead off for the Giants. Kyle Freeland still out there to start the 6th inning. Like I said earlier, last time he started a game as Ramirez sends that to center. Doyle there for the first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 away here to start the 6th. Like I was saying, Freeland took a shutout into the 9th in his last outing, but couldn't quite hang on. Justin Lawrence did get the save, though. And now Wilmer Flores up. 1-0 count. Sinker misses down. Then we go to the slider. That gets in there for a strike, a 1-1 count. Now a 1-2 count to Flores. Fouled off a high fastball. And a curveball. A good pitch there from Freeland to switch it up. Misses just off. And now it's 2-2. And the circle changed way inside. And here comes the payoff pitch from Kyle Freeland. Flores trying to get on base. And he's staying alive. Fouls off a sinker. Now another payoff pitch here. And good eye by Flores. Good battle in that at-bat. The changeup misses off the plate. And now the tying run again at-bat for the Giants. Yastrzemski 0 for 2 in this one. Freeland now at 82 pitches. And we're probably going to have to warm someone up here soon. Swing and a miss by Yastrzemski. And I think we will go to the bullpen here. I think Gilbreth, he doesn't get much work. We'll warm him up. And Estevez. Actually, Ferguson against the Giants. Nah, I think we'll warm up Gilbreth and Estevez. Estevez has not seen much work either, but has not been good when he has. Now an 0-1 count to Yastrzemski. That's line to third. McMahon makes the stop, keeps it with it, fires to first, and Yastrzemski beats it out. A bang call there for the ump. And Yastrzemski, good effort, and he gets over. McMahon couldn't quite hang on. And I think we definitely have to go for a mound visit here. Tying run on base, just 1 out. Matt Chapman up. Much better contact versus lefties. And yeah, I think in this spot we're going to go to the bullpen. Actually, I don't know. What should we do? I think Estevez still needs to get a little bit warmer. And I think Freeland could always get the ground ball here. We'll stick with Freeland. He's been strong. Although the first pitches have not been a strength of his in this game. And now 2-1 count. And that's hammered up the middle as Doyle receives it. And they're going to hold, I think that's Patrick Bailey. Oh, no, not Patrick Bailey. I'm not sure who that was on third. One more Flores, maybe? And the base is now loaded. And I think now we have to get a fresh arm out there. Carlos Estevez has not had good numbers, but he's going to be the guy in this spot. Freeland, you have a shutout here, 5 1/3 of work. You're responsible for 3, though. And let's hope Estevez can get it done. And here we are looking at the numbers for Estevez. 4 2/3, just his 5th appearance. ERA just under 9.64. Righties hitting over 500 against him. Lefties at 333. Does have a good strikeout rate. And we can certainly use one of those here. Signed in the offseason to a 1-year deal to try and bolster our bullpen, but has not been good so far. Ground ball there to second as Rogers is able to knock it down, but he can't get the out. And again, our infield can't make the clean play, and the Giants beat it out. Could have had maybe a double play ball there if it was a clean turn from Rogers, but Ramos, he'll get the base hit, and the Giants still alive here. Just 1 out now. Patrick Bailey up. Can break it open. Here's Estevez. A fastball up in the zone, fouled off. Now the 0-1. That's grounded to second. Another chance here. Rogers can't even field that. And they're going to send another run home. Yastrzemski heading home. And he does get in there. I'm sorry, that was Chapman. As the Giants take the lead here in the matter of 2 batters as Estevez comes in and allows 2 soft singles. And I don't know what Rogers is doing there at second. Definitely could have played that last one. And now Ernie Clement up. Runners on first and second. Just 1 away still. Sinker misses way down. And it's now 1-1. See if Clement offered at that one. And he does. And now a 1-2 count to Clement. Rough inning here from the Rockies. And Estevez right down the middle on that one. As Clement does hammer that towards the track. Doyle, though, settles underneath. Makes the play. And 2 away now in the inning. Still a 3-2 ball game now. Runners still on first and second as the lineup turns over for the Giants. And here's Taylor Walls, 3 for 3 in the game. Let's just try and get him out once. Swing and a miss, 99-mile-per-hour fastball. A vast difference here in velocity between Estevez and Freeland. A fastball hammered down the line, and that gets in there for a base hit. Taylor Walls now 4 for 4 as this will score 1. And Walls has another double now, 4 for 4. And Walls is just killing us. That now brings up Luis Gonzalez in our bullpen. As I said in the episode, by far our weakness of the team. I mean, our hitting, I guess you could make a case for as well. 0-1 count to Gonzalez. Now 0-2 after he fouls off another fastball. 0-2 count. Let's see how Estevez attacks. Slider digs in inside as he goes down swinging, but the Giants get 4 across. A bad inning here as we crumble. They're already at 11 hits, and we're through 6 innings of play. 42 San Fran. We got to respond. On to pitch will be Tyler Duffy. 18 2/3 of work, 2-0, 15 games so far. Decent numbers overall for a reliever, nothing special. And I really thought they were going to leave Rogers out there. And now Santander up 1 for 2. Led off the third with a single. And on the top of the 7th, the Rockies now down 2. As Santander lines that right up the middle. But right into the shift, unfortunately, is Duffy just able to duck out of the way. And now 1 out in the 7th. Now Danny Jansen up 1 for 2. Came around to score on a leadoff triple. His last time up. Bad swing and a miss there on the knuckle curve. Now a 2-2 to Jansen. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And we're just falling apart here. Not only on pitching and defense, but at the plate as well. Duffy, 1 pitch, 1 out. And then he gets a strikeout. 2 away here. Just 6 pitches so far for Duffy. And Doyle, usually not aggressive on the first pitch, but why not? As he flies that to left. And the Giants get out of the inning. 4-2 as they still lead. And it's time to stretch here at Oracle Park. Leading off for the Giants here in the bottom of the 7th is Harold Ramirez. As we do just keep Estevez out for now. We'll give him at least 2 more batters here against righties. And then probably go to Caleb Ferguson. Now a 1-2 count here to Ramirez. And a good curveball there from Estevez, but a better patience from Ramirez. Go right back to the curveball. That one in the dirt. Now a full count. The payoff pitch right down the plate. Grounded to third, and that one gets past the glove of Ryan McMahon. Our infield cannot make plays. And a leadoff single here from Harold Ramirez. Now Wilmer Flores up. Let's see if we can get him to ground into another double play situation, although he did beat it out due to a throwing error last time. 1-0 now. Fastball misses. That one doesn't, though. 1-1 now. Now a 1-2 count here to Wilmer Flores. Try to go with the curveball again on 2 strikes, but that misses. Now the 2-2. Changeup fouled off. Do it again. Go to the slider this time as Flores smacks that into right field for a base hit. And Estevez, a horrible outing again from him. And I don't know what we have to do to get some success from our bullpen. Runners on the corners, no outs here for the Giants. And we're going to go to the bullpen now. As we said, we're going to bring Caleb Ferguson, the lefty. He has not had good success thus far. 13.5 ERA. Now in his 10th game, righties hitting over 600 against him. But a good strikeout rate, and he has been good against lefties. Here in a lefty matchup against Mike Yastrzemski. As he starts him off with a fastball for a strike. Yastrzemski hitting .480 with runners in scoring position this season. As the 0-1 misses inside on the curve. Now 1-1 count. That's grounded to second. Rogers does get that one. It's a force at second and a double play of 4-6-3 for the Rockies. But a run does come around to score. We were playing in there trying to save the run, but the diving attempt, we were not going to be able to get it. So now 2 outs and a good double play forced there from Ferguson. 0-1 count here now to Chapman. As he swings at that sweeping curve that dips into the dirt. Nasty pitch there from Ferguson. Now the 0-2. Inside there, a waste pitch. And now a 1-2 to Chapman. Fastball way up there, and he's not going to offer it that. To a backdoor curve here on 2-2. Swing and a miss as Caleb Ferguson, a good response from him, although the Giants add another one as they now lead by 3. 5-2 heading into the 6th, and the Rockies bats really need to come alive here. Top of the order set up. Giants will go back to the bullpen. Their 4th different pitcher now in the game. Camilo Doval on his 8th appearance. Doesn't really allow many hits. The ERA is up there, though, so probably just have to rack them up, maybe get a home run at some point. Brendan Rodgers to lead us off. 1 for 2 with a walk. Struck out to lead off the game. Gonna foul off a first pitch cutter. 99 miles per hour. Doval can definitely bring the heat. Now 1-2 count to Rodgers. As he's chasing that slider. That was pretty nasty. First pitch sinker misses inside. 5-2 ball game here in Oracle Park. And now a 2-0 count to Nolan Jones. 2-1 now. Cutter gets in there for a strike. And Jones is swinging a miss. 100 mile per hour cutter. Our timing actually good, but our PCI anchor was not. And then we go down swinging on the cutter again as Doval comes up, sets down the first 2 men he faces by strikes. And that was Nolan Jones' 4th strikeout, I believe. And I think he has the golden sombrero. Bryant down 0-2. Also, I have to turn off the AC when I play these games. Super hot as Bryant goes down swinging. And I kind of am just accepting our fate at this point. Now, bottom of the 8th. Ramos up 2 for 3 in this game. Like I said, I got to turn the AC off, so it's hot. I got the lawnmower going. We're striking out a million times. So the frustrations are just adding up, as I think he just did turn off the lawnmower just to turn it back on, so I disregard that statement. Well, I'm in a bad ways over here if you can't tell. Now Ferguson starts off Ramos, 3-0 count. That fastball gets in there. We get in the strike column. Swing and a miss. Bailed us out there. Probably would have been a ball. But now a full count here to Ramos. Fouls off the cutter late on that one, but gets a piece. And now a payoff pitch again from Ferguson. Swing and a miss. Ramos chasing that curveball. That was ugly. And at least the CPU kind of resembles what we put up at the plate. Now Patrick Bailey on 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, and I think everyone just about has had a hit in this lineup except Ernie Clement, the number 9 guy. Gave it a good ride last time, but Doyle was there to make the catch at the track. Swing and a miss by Bailey, now 1-1. Now a 2-1 count. Cutter swung on and missed. Ferguson's cutter at 86 mile per hour. Doval's at 100. 2-2 with fastball. How is that not a strike? Oh my, what are we doing? I kind of want to fight the umpire now instead. Full count again. Go back to the curveball. We're not going to chase that time as Bailey's going to take the base. One man on, one away here for Ernie Clement, 0 for 3. Let's try and get a double play ball and get out of this inning. Fastball. How is that a strike? This umpire is probably the worst in the league. My goodness, that wasn't even close. 0-1 though, we'll take it. And then Clement swings at that one. I feel you, Ernie. You gotta protect on every single pitch in this game with this umpire. Now 0-2. Go back to the curveball. Swing and a miss by Clement. And he goes down to swinging again. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. And here's Taylor Walls, 4 for 4. Let's see if we can get him out. We shouldn't even pitch to Taylor Walls. Give him the Barry Bonds treatment. 1-0. Fastball misses up. And now 2-0. Another fastball misses. And a curveball ducks in there for a strike. 2-1. And that's chopped foul. So 2 strikes here against Walls. 1 strike away from getting him out for the first time. Fastball gets in there for a strike. Walls goes down looking. And he's not going to end today with a 1,000 batting average. No home runs yet in this game. 5-2 Giants. Rockies down to their final 3 outs as we need to work a rally here. And now it's closing time here in San Francisco as they're sporting a 5-2 lead. The Rockies up 2-0 earlier, and they blew that. Brian Abreu, 7 out of 8 so far, 2.35 ERA, and strikeout rate nearly 35%. He was acquired last year in a trade with the Houston Astros, and he's been doing very well here for the Giants. Pete Alonso now up 2 for 2. A swing and a miss there on the high fastball. I'll take just any contact, any ball hit and play, I will take at this point. Now the 2-2. And Alonso goes down swinging on the inside fastball. We're just swinging at air here today. What do we have, a 2-run, like 3rd inning? But nothing after that. Now McMahon up as he hammers that, or I thought it was a little harder off the bat. Sent that to right field, but right fielder settles underneath to make the catch. And now down to our last out here, Ezekiel Tovar, 0 for 3. And an ugly swing there on the slurve. And we're just ready to get out of this one. Some of these games just are not that fun, but we got to stick through it, you know. We're not quitters here. Now 1-2 here to Tovar. Colorado down to their last strike. And we're just going to give it to San Fran. An ugly game. We had some nice fight early on. Freeland was looking good, but the bullpen just unraveled. Although Caleb Ferguson looked good for once. He hasn't had a good season. But thank you so much for sticking through it. I know it was a tough game. And just a very tough environment here playing on the road, we'll say. Giants win. Now their 10th win in a row. Rockies have lost 5 in a row now. And our struggles really continue as we're finally able to get out of the month of April, where we'll end 6-21. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking through it, you know, in this rebuild franchise. It's going to take a while before we put together a good team. And a couple episodes ago, we had a nice win against the Dodgers on opening day. But we are going to get varied results here. And a few defensive miscues honestly cost us like 3 runs or so. So it could have been a total different game if we had executed in those spots. But as always, everybody, it's been real and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.